start with an opening statement from Coach.
Again, I'm really proud of our team. I'm really proud of the fight. You know, the way I thought we played really well. Just the same story for us all year, and we did a great job. I thought the first half may have been our best half of offensive basketball, in that we only had 2 turnovers. And we shot a good percentage. I like to have scored in the paint a little bit better, but and then the second half, early in the second half, I thought we could really seize control of the game. We just kept. We come out of half. We have 2 dunks. We just mishandled the ball in the post with great passes. 2 different guys just mishandled the ball. The guards made the right play, and it was a dunk. Just catch it, dunk it. And they're not trying to not catch it. They're just didn't make the play, pass and catch plays. So we ended up turning it over 9 times in the second half, which is way too many. Our numbers, especially from the 3, are good. We did, and then when the game was on the line, I thought their veteran post guys got a couple tough offensive rebounds, and they started putting pressure on the rim on the drive. They didn't really beat us on the drive as much as they just got a couple of second chance points on the rim that really hurt us. And not many. We outscored them in there, and just really it's nothing but off turnovers. They have 18 and we have 8, and you just can't. And I don't expect to turn Hicks, who's a senior guard, been there, start over, but I do expect us to take care of the ball, and we're learning. We're certainly learning. We've been improving, and there's so many good things. It just stinks for these kids to play as well and hard as they played and we've outplayed people several times, and just these dudes will learn how to figure out how to close games off, and there's no teacher like experience, but it doesn't make you feel any better in the moment.
Questions?
That's what I was going to say. You had so many games that came down to less than 5 points. What's the one thing y'all need to do to turn those those L's into W's?
Well, number one, we got to be a better free throw shooting team, and that's been a hard thing for us to close out games. You close out games at the free throw line and in the post. Well, you can't turn the ball over. So. And we've got our shooting percentage from 3 have been fine, especially in conference. Once we got the conference, we're shooting the ball fine, but we're not scoring in the post like I think we should, and we're not a good free throw shooting team. Even tonight, we shot 64%, and they shot 71%. We're 7 of 11, they're 12 out of 17. That's ball game. Now, I'd like to have got there. I'd like to get to the free throw line a few more times, but the truth is that's you've got to make free throws, and you finish games off at the free throw line and in the post. And if you don't throw it to the post, you really got to be able to finish the ball at the free throw line and draw fouls, and you just can't turn it over. And I just think that that's been our deal all year. Our defensive numbers are pretty good. These kids are playing good defensively. That's a good offensive team. Morehead's a very good offensive team. Eastern Kentucky, who I felt like we outplayed and had chances to win, certainly had plenty of chances to win the other night. They go to Jacksonville State and go to double overtime and get beat tonight. We're playing people well enough to win. We just have to finish them off, and you finish them off in the post with execution and at the free throw line. We need to be able to come down and call a set and throw it inside and make you foul us, and then go hit 2 free throws. And you can't give up offense rebounds in that point. And the ones that separate us, they got a couple tip-ins late that really hurt us, that I thought we were fighting, but it hurt us. So if you ask me what we got to do it, number 1, experience will help. Number 2, hit your free throws at a higher rate, and we should. Number 3, score in the post. Number 4, hold them to 1 shot, because our first shot defense is outstanding. We've got to be able to hold them to 1 shot. It's a little tougher when I've got this kid guarding a 4-man all night, because we think Courtney needs to be on their point guard to cut down penetration. So he's having to fight with a guy 6'4" taller and 30 pounds heavier, and he did a great job of it.
Jared, 2 really good games back to back for you. What's got you on this tear lately?
I just feel like last game got me going, like to this point where I'm just like I'm back to normal.
Mm-hmm. Back to normal.
What's the commercial where the guy tells you what they really mean? I don't know what the commercial is. You want me to tell you what he really means?
Yeah.
If I interpret that, Coach played me. That's all he wants to know. This guy to my left finally got smart enough to play me a lot, and he's confident and competitive. But I will say he got a lot to learn. He's getting better. He is a tough competitor, and he's practiced so well for the last month. Like, this has been coming. There's been flashes of it. but he's been such a good practice guy for a month. And I mean, it really is. I played him, but it really is. He's playing so well in practice. I don't have a choice. Like, I would lose respect from the team if I didn't play him more, because he's earning it. And you know, that's kind of the. I mean, that's the deal. And I think he's going to be a fantastic player here.
And then, Coach, you know, not going to make the tournament, looks like. What's kind of the goal for the rest of the season?
I guess we have a chance, but things have to go perfect for
Yeah.
us, and we're going to fight. The goal's the goal, regardless of that. I've told them over and over that you will never, ever regret doing your very best in everything you do. There'll never be a point in your time where no matter what you're doing, you look back and say, man, I wish I hadn't tried so hard. It just won't happen. And you have to respect this uniform and this game, and these kids will be fine. The goal is just to keep playing good basketball until we can't play it. Until they tell us we're not allowed to play anymore, we're going to fight with every inch of our body, everything we got together. The word on the board tonight was relentless, and we want to be relentless in our pursuit of everything we do, and we will be. We will be. Listen, it's been a rough deal. The injuries, the guys sitting in street clothes on the bench, the freshmen learning their way. But I can't be. There's not a coach that's any prouder of his team than I am, and I love these kids. I hate it for Courtney. He's the one guy that is not going to be able to wear the uniform again, and he's certainly had a good career and been a good representative of our program. But the future of our team and our program couldn't be in better shape. You know, we're going to play Tennessee Tech the best we can all the time and do our very best as coaches, as players, and we're going to try to win the next 2 days. And then win the next game, and then try to win the next game. And if something happens, we get in that tournament, we're going to be really hard to beat. And if we don't, we don't. But we'll never regret doing our best. And I don't. It's more than basketball. But I do think at some point we had to kind of go back and really build our foundation. And the foundational guys, you guys see them, at least 4 of them. There's a couple more sitting over there that aren't playing. But our foundational guys are here, and you know, if the guys had been healthy, the older guys had all been healthy, we wouldn't be sitting here in a tough year, but we'd still have a good foundation. It didn't happen that way. Guys are out, and our foundation is still really good. And I've always said you have to worry about what you're doing and the process of doing it and the results if you're going to coach basketball. And I'll always feel that way. You know, in the end of the deal, you know, there's still numbers on the left and numbers on the right, and everybody looks at it, and that's all they know. That's fine. But as a coach and as a player, you know where you're at, and all we can do is all we can do, and we have an audience of 1, and that audience is all that matters to me, and I think it all matters most for our guys. So we will keep performing to the best of our ability.